Hello lovely human beings, it's Loretta with Sparrow Hawker Designs. Welcome back to my channel. So I have finished all 25 blocks for my crazy quilt. That's where I've been. I just hunkered down and finished the last 3 blocks. And it's really funny because I thought I was only going to do 24 because I was going to do like 6 rows of 4. And then I decided that that would be too I kind of wanted something a little more square. So I thought, oh, I'll do 5 rows of 5, but then that meant I needed to make 25 blocks. So I actually had sprung a new block on me at the last minute. So anyway, so this is one of them. I guess we can call this block 23, I suppose. I love this little can fabric there in the middle. This is a piece of lace trim that my daughter used for her wedding dress. I mean, it's not, it didn't come off of her wedding dress. It was extra. It was left over. And I think I used it another one in this quilt as well. Since I thought this is going to be a keepsake heirloom kind of quilt, I thought that would be the perfect thing to actually use that on. Here's one of my little fans. I have some stitching here and some stitching here. And the glove. So I kind of had that like coming out of the glove. There's some stitching down here with this little crocheted piece. This was originally a, what do you call it? A feather stitch. And then I added some bugle beads and some sequins and all kinds of things to make it a little different. To bling it up. This, I don't know where I got this fabric, but it was like a map when, you know, of the whole world or whatever. So it had Australia, and I don't think Australia has been represented yet in this quilt, so I thought I would put that on there. So anyway, that's that block. And then this block, this one's a little different. It's a little, the colors are a little different. Got the rainbow thing going on, which I really, if you haven't seen any of the videos on this quilt, this is a travel themed quilt, turn of the century, Edwardian, you know, like the Grand Tour kind of thing. And I tried to stick with mostly pink, peach, blue, brown, beige, that kind of thing. I challenged myself to stay away from green because I tend to use green in almost everything. And I did, except there are a few places, and this is one of them because this trim just happened to have green in it. But anyway, so over here on this block I have a little zig. It's actually a piece of rickrack, which you can't hardly see because it's kind of a beige rickrack, and I did all these sequins on it and then these bugle beads. And then I had this ruffle with some bling on it, and I took this trim, this eyelash trim, and kind of wove it in and out. And some stitching down here. And then this was, I guess, a dresser scarf or something that was, I guess, a keepsake from Nottingham, England. And I thought, I saw it in the antique mall for, I don't know, $1 or $2. And I just thought, what other project could I possibly use that in? So I cut out the Nottingham and I cut out the Robin Hood and put them on this block. There's an old piece of tatting. Here's a little cluster here. Let some stitching down here. And then, yeah. And then this was a really neat piece of fabric. It was actually kind of white and blue, and I coffee dyed it. And then I just did this kind of round stitching around it. And then this, I don't remember where I got this either, but it's a piece of fabric that looks like it's like a passport or something. So I used that as well. And then the last block that I did is this one. So, yeah, also, if this is your first time seeing any of these videos on this quilt, the gloves, the ladies' gloves, were the inspiration for this quilt, because I have a collection of them. This one I just love. It's just, this crocheted is just beautiful. And over here is feather stitch that I did some silk ribbon on. And up here is a piece of trim that I did some stitching, and then some bugle beads, and I can't remember where I got this. I think Roseanne might have sent that to me. And then this is a super old piece of lace, and then some stitching down here with some sequins, and then these really cool buttons. I think those are antiques as well, if I remember correctly. Okay, guys, that's, whoops, wrong way. That's the 3 of them, and now I get to, well, first I get to sew this together. I get to do 5 rows of 5, like I said, and then I get to start on my next project. So real quickly, I'll just show them all to you again. I appreciate you all following along on this crazy quilt journey. It took me almost 2 years to do all of these. Of course, I could have done them a little bit faster if I hadn't been doing a bunch of other projects. If I had only paid attention to the crazy quilt, I could have gotten done a little sooner, but that's okay. I don't really do this to speed through it. I, do this kind of stuff to have something to do. So, and to be expressive. But anyway, these are all the blocks, and I will sew them all together. And when I get them all together, I will come on and show you. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a border or if I'm just going to leave it like it is and just do a binding. I think I might just do it that way because I don't really want to take away from the blocks or anything that's going on in the blocks. So anyway, my next, and there are videos up on every one of these blocks if you want to, if I'm going too fast, you can go back and I have a playlist called Crazy Quilt Projects. They should all be in there. And so my next crazy quilt project is going to be garden themed. And I think I'm going to do something different. I think I'm going to do kind of small, maybe 6-inch blocks. And I might throw in a couple of pieced regular, well, they're all pieced, but you know what I mean, a couple of orphan blocks maybe that I have. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, I thank you very much for coming along with me on this. This was kind of the first big thing that I did on YouTube. And so now I am officially finished. All right, guys. Thank you so very much, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.